me scroll the first topic along the screen while we watch the video to give us some perspective and context into that first one. All right. Should black businesses be given more grace?
I'm Tatiana LaJoy. Black-owned businesses are unprofessional. Many people in the Black community have either said or thought this at one point or another. This statement stems from various experiences that ultimately lead to them spitefully banning Black-owned businesses from their shopping, date night outings, or self-care expenditures. In 2021, the growth in Black spending power reached $1.6 trillion, which doubled since the year before, yet our wealth has fallen by 14%. This means that 99% of our buying power is spent outside of our community. These statistics imply that Black people know how to make money, but we do not know how to keep it. The Black dollar stays in our community for 6 hours, while it stays in the Asian community for 28 days.
Well, it's actually a couple of things. For one, we could seem that we're rude and it's not all about good customer service.
That's a problem. Why am I spending my money with you and you're too sensitive to even take the criticism necessary needed?
Is that it's so expensive, which I can understand. Certain people or certain places, it kind of hit you over the head with price.
Hating. That's all I can think of is hating, just because of the fact that they see one person doing their thing, it's hard for them to congratulate them.
There has to be a reason why Black-owned are...
All right. Y'all heard of this before?
Absolutely.
All right. So, you heard some of the criticisms. They were using some stereotypical criticisms, but should black businesses be afforded more grace? Or are they getting where they deserve? Should black businesses be afforded more grace, or are they getting what they deserve and what they earn? What you think, A?
I think they're getting what they deserve. Some. Nah, for real, because at the end of the day, I'm paying for a service, so I want it to be done right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is especially in my field, right? In the field of mental health, I work for several Black-owned agencies, probably like 4 or 5, and each and every one of them were unorganized. They messing with people money. They're not professional at all. And so to the points that they were making, like, I agree, but that's also pushing me to go ahead and build my own brand to where it's based off of customer service, and the service that I offer is professional. I think sometimes Black people, we tend to be like lax because we can be so family oriented and thinking that things is cool and okay. But if I'm paying my money for something, what I'm paying for needs to be done at least in decency and in order. You know what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, yes, but I also do feel like sometimes because of people have had so many bad experiences, they may not even give a particular Black company a chance. And so I think that's where it is kind of hurting the community.
And you're saying those bad experiences, even when unrelated to that specific business?
Absolutely. It's just like anything else. You know what I'm saying? Just how, like, how you'll have women say all niggas ain't this based off of their limited experience with a limited amount of people, with a limited amount of men that they have dealt with. They're gonna go ahead and classify everybody in that one group. So,
gotcha. Okay. What you think, Q?
Example.
Yeah, that was a great example. What you think, Q?
That was a horrible example. I think that I think you gotta like broaden the question a little bit more, or narrow it down, I should say. For me.
Okay, answer it. How you see fit.
Just based off of what you're saying.
Answer whatever question you want to answer.
Okay. Do I think that Black people, just based on the video, in business fit those stereotypes overall? I would say a good majority of businesses, but not all. I do know some Black business owners that are very professional. I don't know. So I guess it is limited to your full on experience. As far as grace and are they getting what they deserve? I mean, I would say everybody needs grace, right? Because you're gonna deal with poor customer service in almost any business. So it's a matter of whether or not you want to work with those people, whether or not that's a part of your personality. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's people who go to restaurants, 5-star restaurants, they get horrible experience. But if the wait staff treated them well when they had a bad experience, they will recommend that business and go back. Me personally, I don't. I feel like it should have been like that from the beginning, and I don't give a fuck what your skin color is because of what I'm paying for.
So what are you answering exactly? Are you just saying that some are good,
That's just
some
why
don't
I
do
told you
well?
to narrow the question down.
Well,
You
it's
told
pretty
me to answer it
clean.
how
So
I
you're
see
saying,
fit. So
well,
that's what the fuck I
initially,
did. So what are we
let
talking
me let me break down because you it's like a long ass non-answer. So are you saying you said the majority of black businesses, but not all? We understand that all doesn't mean all, but if the
about? Mhm.
majority of black businesses deserve those stereotypes, what happens then?
What
Do
do you
they
mean? Like people? So people just don't shop with them no more, do business with them no more? Is what you're saying?
but does what Adrian said have any truth to it in terms of do people exclude all black businesses because they have a issue or experience with one? Do they get grouped together? Or you're just saying you don't group them together?
Yeah, I don't group them together. I don't. But again, I'm the exception in this. I wouldn't include me in any of that shit. Um, but yeah, I could see how people can group black businesses together and just be like, black people ain't shit. We ain't doing business with them no more. My chicken was cold at one restaurant, so I ain't never going to a nigga restaurant no more.
So you don't do that.
I don't.
So you give them grace, right? You one on one, case by case,
Absolutely.
and you think you're the exception to that.
I mean, I would think so.
So they don't have the grace that we maybe they should then, huh?
I mean, when we're saying this, like from the perspective of cancel culture, we don't typically, as black people, we don't give grace to too many people as it is.
Well, we'll get to that. Bub, what you think?
Yeah, I definitely think that black businesses definitely uh deserve more grace, just based off the simple fact that a lot of black businesses are pretty new to the game. Like we don't get a lot of shit handed down to us. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to figure it out day by day. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of the time, it's just like it's just like a rush situation where we're just trying to get something going, and as the months and days go by, we just say to ourselves, all right, shit gonna get better. I just gotta keep at it. You
Yeah.
know, more so on the opposite side of other cultures, like they get like a lot of stuff handed down to them where they're being raised with either their parents or their grandparents already got a business, so they're working there, so the kids are working there on the weekends. They might be sweeping, they might be doing dishes or whatever, or they might be hanging up clothes, they might be greeting customers at the door at a young age, so they're growing up in the business. We don't I feel like our culture, our community, we don't get a lot of that, you know what I'm saying, from the ground up. So definitely I feel like we deserve more grades. And I feel like, when it speaking about you know what Shorty was talking about, how you know we tend to be like one and done with black businesses as soon as they fuck up like one time. uh I don't necessarily agree with that, because it's like when we go to other establishments that are not black, you know what I'm saying, we give them multiple opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I never forget, I showed up at a Popeyes in Connecticut during the pandemic with my kids, and I get to the drive-through, and one of the employees gonna tell me, yeah, we ran out of chicken. So it caught me off guard, right? I'm like, how the hell y'all run out of chicken? Y'all a chain. He said, yeah, I'm sorry, we ran out of chicken. So I looked to my right, and it's like 5 employees like waiting in the parking lot, chilling, like they done. He's like, yo, to tell you the truth, only thing we really got left in here is a large macaroni and cheese. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck gonna buy that? Like, people ain't coming to Popeyes for no macaroni and cheese. They coming for the chicken. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could have just wrote Popeyes off and been like wild ignorant, run on Twitter and be like, yo, F Popeyes, how you run out of chicken, blah, 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 blah. But nobody would do that to Popeyes. But a black establishment, yeah, we might do that to a black establishment and start spreading like hate towards this one establishment that's trying to figure shit out, and then we tarnishing the business that our own people are trying to, you know, get off the ground. So I don't believe in that, man. We definitely deserve more grace.